What's up, guys? Today's video, I wanted to make a video about having 92 subscribers, and the reason being that is because I was born in 1992. So I thought, hey, why don't I make a video about that and about showing the slow growth of a channel, because when you're first starting out a channel on YouTube and you're seeing a number go from 0 and go up, or how slow it actually is, and only seeing a little bit of people viewing your content that you're trying to put out into the world for people to get to know you, but also to learn something from you, because we could all learn from somebody else in life. No matter what it is, you learn from literally anybody. You learn from your elders because they have experience throughout life, to even the 2-year-old kid that's walking around for the first time. You learn so many things from different people. So I wanted to start a video about talking about, like, only having so little subscribers and trying to continue like having confidence in doing this, and it's gonna come with practice. Like, the more and more you do things, the more repetitions you do things, the better you're gonna get, and the more you have to the more comfortable you're gonna become. And that's with anything in life. Like, no matter what you do, I always say this so many times, like, no matter what you do in life, like, you're gonna get better at something when you do it more than once. And the first time you do something, first time you play basketball, you're probably not even know how to dribble the ball. And anything else too, you're gonna learn as you have more repetitions. Weightlifting, right? You don't lift the weight up once and then you're gonna see results. You do repetitions. You do repetitions, and you do sets, and you improve that way. And that goes for everything. You want to get better at selling stuff? You want to get better at selling a product because you came up with this really badass product and you want to sell it? You got to practice, selling it. Practice talking to people. Practice cold calls. You're not going to get better off cold calling from the one call that you make. So yeah, I wanted to get on here and just talk about, me starting out this channel, and I think I'm like 20 something videos in, and you think like, oh man, I'm gonna get so lucky and I'm gonna have this video blow up, and then things are gonna be a lot easier. But it's not, because no matter what, even if you have that one blow up video, you still gotta learn how to continue to have content and create content. And the things that I want to share is about health. Health is a big thing for me. Having a health scare, finding out that I had an arterial venous malformation, which you, the viewer listening to this, you probably won't even know what that is, and you'll probably go and click and go to another channel. But I'm a big advocate for speaking up about AVMs, arterial venous malformation, because it's an extremely rare condition, similar to an aneurysm, where you could have a hemorrhage and your life could change drastically. And when I found out about mine, I went into this rut of like, man, what should I do? Because I had doctors telling me I should do surgery, and I had doctors telling me I shouldn't do surgery. So it's just like, what should I do? Should I take the risk of like having this thing in my head and not doing surgery and having a possibility of having a hemorrhage later down the line? But most of the doctors told me like, your AVM's way too big, and that I should do surgery for it. So basically what an AVM is a tangle of blood vessels in your head. Like an aneurysm is like, you got your arteries and your veins in your head. We all see our arteries and veins, and we see how like they're like hoses that our blood flows through. And an aneurysm is where you have a bubble on that because your wall weakened. An AVM is where you have a tangle of arteries and veins. And I had one inside my brain because that's where they happen. And it causes you to have the chance of having a rupture, because it's not supposed to be like that. And the size of mine, they're graded from 1 through 5, and mine was a grade 4. So grade 5, you almost can't even do surgery to operate for it. So like, making that decision was a very tough one for me. And then at the time when I was 24, it's like, man, I'm at my prime. Like, this is like when I'm the healthiest. And then you find out something like that. It's like, you know, it's pretty scary to go through. And I remember when I found out about it, I was going through online, like trying to figure out like what's the, you know, what should I do? Like, because it's so rare, there's not much stuff out there. But what I'm getting to with this is like, I'm very passionate about health because I did have surgery and I did radiation, and it took away, it made my AVM shrink in size. So it's basically still my head, but blood's not flowing. And now the size of my AVM is probably, let's see if I could show it good. Oh man, it's probably like this big, which is like the size of a golf ball. This is just estimate, but it was measured to be 3.5 centimeters. Now compared to your brain, that's a pretty big mass that is inside your head. So that's why I had to get numerous opinions and stuff like that. Did radiation, wasn't able to work out or anything like that because I didn't want to increase my blood pressure. I wasn't drinking because drinking increases your blood pressure as well because it thins your blood. So with those two things, I wasn't, you know, I was worried about my health a lot, and I listened to the doctors. You know, sometimes we're naive and we're like, oh, we're not going to listen, but I did. And as my AVM started to go away, I started to introduce those things as well with exercise, and then as well as I drink again. And I quit about a month ago. Now, I'm not saying I'm quitting. I'm saying I quit because I hope to stick with this for a long time and just see how my body reacts to, you know, not having that. And so far, I've been feeling pretty good without having that, without drinking alcohol. And I just did it for, you know, personal reasons. I still go out with my friends who drink too, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I just try to be the same person as I am without alcohol, right? Because we have fun with our friends without alcohol, but sometimes I feel like when we're in a social environment, we tend to, like, you know, kind of back away because now we're around people who are doing something that we're not doing. But, you know, when I go out now, I just treat it as if like I'm just hanging out with my friends, and it hasn't been bad. I enjoy it, and it's gonna take a little getting used to again, and I'm fine with that. But so once my AVM was gone, I got really into health and fitness, and honestly, I became in the best shape of my life. And you know, that says a lot after having, you know, surgery on your head, and knowing that, you know, I went a few years without doing any exercise activity. And, you know, besides like walking and stuff like that and doing, you know, normal things, but I didn't engage in like gym activities until about like a year, like almost like a year to year and a half after my AVM was closing. So it took me a while, but then I got just really into health and fitness and got in the best shape of my life, and continuing to stay and keep up with my health and fitness because it's very important, especially when you have something that, you know, was wrong with your cardiovascular system, which is one of the most important systems in our body, right? One is cardiovascular, right, because it deals with your blood vessels, and then two, it's in your head. So it's like both of them. So health is a very important thing to me. You know, diet and what you're eating. I believe in, you know, eating the right foods and eating good foods to help you feel better. And, you know, that's a thing that we're trying to figure out in general with the world, right? We got keto diet, we got carnivore diet, we got, you know, just your regular diet, we got vegans. Like, there's so many different diets for people to try and do that we don't fully understand exactly how it affects our body until you try it for yourself. And the way that I eat is like, I still eat out and go out, and, you know, I'll have McDonald's too, but I just don't do it all the time. And sometimes doing that just makes you feel, you know, all right when you do indulge in those things, and it's kind of like a reward. And when you learn about how, you know, food affects you and your mood and everything, and just overall your body, it's, you know, it helped change me as a person and helped me get into, you know, better shape. And that's kind of where I want to go with this channel. And I want to continue to show things that I do in my life to help keep me, sane and, here long, and things that I'm passionate about. I'm so passionate about health. I'm passionate about the camera, even though the camera right now is just on a tripod in front of me and I'm talking to it. But I'm passionate about like cinematography. I'm passionate about health and passionate about getting better. And we could always get better no matter what. You could get better, and the way to get better is to practice those repetitions, and you'll improve over time, right? We could sit here thinking about improving, or we could actually take the little steps that make you improve, right? Without having little goals, you're not gonna get to the end goal. Have little steps and improve each time. And yeah, I kind of wanted just to get on here, talk about that, talk about, being at the start of my journey with this channel, having 92 subscribers. And I was going to make a fun play on it, be like, I only have 92 subscribers, but tomorrow I'll have 1,000. Maybe tomorrow we'll have 1,000 subscribers. If you like this video, subscribe if you stood this long. I could have did it right in the beginning and it says, subscribe right away, but if you feel personable to me and want to learn, see my other videos and see if they touch home to you. And, like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff helps. But help yourself. Help yourself get better. Every single day that you live, you could get better. And believe that. I need to start believing that myself. So, speak it into existence and it'll happen. And let it happen. Till next time, guys. Peace.